Yeah, I know. We've all heard 50 Shades of Grey. Maybe not 50 shades, but there are a lot of shades. And today, I'm going to experiment with trying a different shade of gray. So come along with me as we transform me from my usual silver tone to a stainless steel. I love my natural silver hair, but sometimes I want to play with something a little more dramatic. So today we're going to use the Rue Fanciful, which is a rinse that will give me a temporary color that washes out. And I've been a big fan of Rue Fanciful for many years. And today I'm going to be using the color called True Steel. So this is a terrific color for anybody who's a blonde who wants to be silver or gray for a day. This is a great way to do it. And it's great to give a little more depth and color to this for a more dramatic autumnal wintertime sort of a look. For ease of application, you can just pour it right on. You can pour it on wet hair. I am going to put it on dry hair and I'm going to spray it. So I just put it in a little bottle that I picked up. I'm going to be playing with a hairpiece today, which is why I'm not putting it all over, because I just don't need it all over, and that's sort of wasteful. I just need it on the hair in the front. Okay, let's just let that dry while we get to completing our makeup look. For my primer, I am using Jeunesse NV Spray On Primer. Amazing Cosmetics. This is their color correcting, I'm not sure what they call that. Color corrector. That's what it says. Amazing Cosmetics. Amazing Cosmetics. Amazing Cosmetics color corrector. Ooh, tongue twister. To keep things clean, I've really started using, just like all the professional makeup artists do on set, just using a metal palette that I got on Amazon. And I'll drop a link down below if it's something that you're interested in. I like it because I can keep all my brushes, this cleaner, because I can just put it right there and work from there. And a little bit of yellow. I have this little tiny scar right on the side of my nose, and every time I put concealer there, it sort of gets way down in there. And yes, I realize that a green concealer is better for hiding the redness, but I just wanted to give this sort of a brightness. I'm less concerned about the red. When you're 51 years old, you just have to accept that not everything is going to be perfect, and you choose your battles. This is a Sigma brush. It is a soft blend concealer brush by Sigma. And again, I will drop links down below. This is a brush set that I got from Sigma several months back, and I've been really, really pleased with it. Makeup Forever Matte Velvet in color number 35. Jacqueline Caleb Magic Foundation Brush. It's nice with the steel tint on my hair that I can actually blend my foundation up a little higher. I have found that since my hair has been a light silver color, I have to really be cautious because otherwise the foundation shows on the hair. But this steel gray is nice because it doesn't show quite as much. Yay! Jeunesse Envy Spray On Foundation in Warm Beige. This is a little bit light for me. However, it really knocks down the red of my chest. And the chest is getting a lot better since I've been derma rolling it and treating it with the retinol. But it's still not there yet, and it may never be 100% perfect. And I guess maybe that's the message for today's video that I have, is that accept your imperfections, because we all have imperfections. And you know, extra 5 pounds or too few 5 pounds, or our gray hairs, or our, you know, teeth that aren't as white as we'd like, or that little chipped tooth, or all our imperfections. We all have them, and let's not be so critical of each other. Let's be kinder to each other and realize that we are all human. Okay, off the soapbox. That's a bit much. Whoops, messed that up. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's stop that. Nope. Let's just blot. Oh, that's much better. There we go. I just got it on a little thick. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but it'll do. Continuing with the face. Going in with my concealer brush and the same foundation just to get a little more coverage on my pimples. Jeunesse Envy bronzer. I find that most bronzers that I use are a little bit too orangey for me, and I like the transparency of this, and I don't really like putting it on with directly from the spray because I might like a much lighter application, but once again, that's where this comes in handy. And I use an e.l.f. stipple brush. NYX eyeshadow base. My palette, rubbing alcohol. Keeping it clean. The palette came with a little palette knife so that I can take my NYX eyeshadow primer and I can just take a small amount on, so I don't have to stick my fingers in there and contaminate that. This is an e.l.f. brush. It does not say what brush it is on there, and can't remember when I got it, so can't tell you exactly which one, but that's what it looks like. RCMA No Color Powder. Japanese brush. I don't even think this is a proper powder brush. Puh, as a waft of powder just went up. But it's the brush I use, and that kind of applies to every brush. If the brush that you're using works for you, it's the appropriate brush. Don't sweat the small stuff. Anastasia Brow Wiz in Granite. This is often a little too charcoal gray for me, but with this steel color that we're going with today, I think it's going to be the right shade. I know I want a red lipstick today, so let's just get that done, because you know that when I am making a video, I like having lips on first thing. When I'm not making a video, lips are usually the last thing that I do, but I'm going to be watching this video many more times than you will through the editing process, and it will make me bonkers if I don't have lips on. This is my NYX lip liner in Hot Red. My old broken MAC blush brush. It fits in the drawer without the handle, so I never replace it because it fits in the drawer. This is my summertime palette from Deck of Scarlet that I've been using, and it is this very, very pink blush. Probably a little bit too pink, but I don't go too, I'll try not to go too crazy on the blush. I have been enjoying the highlighter that comes in the Deck of Scarlet palette, Yasmin. Don't know the name of the fan brush. It came in a very inexpensive set that I got. I think I paid 20 bucks for that brush set. It is a no-name brush set, and I think I got it in Chinatown. So it's not even something I can give you a link to, and it's not like I could say, oh, this is the most amazing set of brushes, because it's not. But it had the fan brush in it, and it's fine. I'm sure there's a better one out there. Smashbox Smoky Palette. Sigma Diffused Crease Brush, and I'm going to go with this sort of vanilla color. Now, in the actual crease, I'm going to take this very soft neutral brown. Same brush. Sigma Domed Utility Brush, and I'm going in with this matte gray color. And as you know, I am blendingly challenged, so I'm using my Royal and Langnickel brush to just use this clean brush to just blend everything a little bit. I can never see it, but I know you can. So even though I can't see what I'm doing, I'm going to go through the motions and hope that that makes it better. But I can't see it, so I don't know. I'm now going to use the Flat Definer Sigma brush to apply this silver color onto the lid. This is a NYX felt tip liner in a gray tone. Haven't played with this a whole lot. Might be going over it with black, but let's give it a shot and see what happens, shall we? Let's put it on the big side of the mirror so we can see what we're doing, shall we? That's nice, it's subtle. I don't usually do subtle, but there you have it. It's subtle. We'll see how long that lasts. This is an eye pencil that I got from the drugstore. It's a brand called Sleek, and I've really been enjoying it for tight lining my eyes because it's really, really soft. And you know, when you're tight lining your eye, a lot of people will talk about how it smudges down below, and if you close your eyes too quickly, you definitely get that smudge down below and you end up having to go with smoky eye. There are kind of levels on tight lining. You can go really deep on that eyelid and really cover the whole under eyelid, or you can just do right along the lashes just to sort of fill them in and make them look thicker. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to attempt subtlety. Do I need to sharpen that? I do need to sharpen that. I'm going to go sharpen my pencil. I find I need to sharpen this pencil more often than many of my other pencils because it is so soft, so it flattens out very quickly. Everything that has its good side also has its bad side. Once again, I think that's our theme for today. Nothing is perfect. Imperfections are beautiful. I like the fact that this pencil is so soft, but because it is so soft, I have to sharpen it a lot more often because it wears down and I will go through it much quicker. Okay, let's try that subtle thing. So if you can see that, you can see that when I have tight lined, I've really just done right under the lashes. I didn't go all the way in to cover the entire under eyelid. Not this time. Or that eye. We'll see if I can continue it on the next eye. You know, I can always botch this. Going for more of a vintagey, sort of 1950s inspired look today, so not really doing anything under the eye, keeping it just on the upper eyelid. Give the lashes a little curl. Not going with false eyelashes today. Yes, false eyelashes do give it that wonderful classic 1950s look. Some days I do that, not every day. Tarte Man-Eater Mascara. Palladio the Definer. It's a contour and highlight duo. Never use the contour. Barely use the highlight. But you know, every once in a while, what the heck. This is my Chanel Rouge Star lipstick. That's supposed to help keep the lipstick from getting on your teeth. So far, so good. So we are being experimental today. This is a 3/4 fall that I picked up when I was shopping downtown in those, I was in the alley, and it's like, you know, the stores have no name. I don't know if I can even direct you to find this on the internet. I will take a look, but I picked it up from some little no-name store downtown LA. You know, it's sort of a unique shopping experience. Anyway, I wanted to try it because I like 3/4 falls. This is not a terribly good quality 3/4 fall, but I found it in a gray color, and I thought this steel gray would be fun to play with for just a change of pace. Now, a 3/4 fall usually sets back about here on your head, covers 3/4 of your head. I like them because I have a really small head. So even though it only covers 3/4 of my head, I still end up with a little extra wig here. This is interesting because it has combs. It has a comb here at the top. It has combs at the nape. It also has a drawstring meant to draw it in, which is going to be its own challenge because, you know, if I draw it in tighter and I've got all this string, I gotta make sure that that's not hanging down the back, because that's sort of a dead giveaway. So yeah, a whole bunch of experimental on this, and I am heating up the curling iron right now. Let's do a little prep work to get this. Let's see, where is this gonna sit on my head? Right about. Yep, it's going to sit right about there, so I really only have to style the front 2 inches of my hair. And I have to work fast because my curling iron is not plugged in because I'm in the middle of my living room because I don't really have space to do this. So, yikes, where can I even set that? Yikes. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so I don't need a lot of styling here. I just need to give this a little bend. By the way, just in case you don't know this, because clearly I didn't, don't put a hot curling iron on your lap because it's hot. that'll do me on the hairstyling. I'll go throw this in the sink. And this is not soft, touchable date night hair. This is hair that we just want to have hold. So we're going to use the Stop a Bird in Flight hairspray. Give that a little tease. Gives it a little something to hold on to. Frizzies. And I usually like to let that hairspray dry, and that really gives the combs something to grab onto. Now, a lot of people have much thicker hair, and that's not as much of an issue. I have really, really baby fine, soft, slippery hair, and combs just slide right out of it. So first I'm going to slide the front comb in and then the back comb in, and you probably won't be able to see this because of all the dark, but I'm going to have to maneuver my hands around as I'm putting this back comb in and make sure that I grab a hold of this cord and tuck it in, because I don't want that cord hanging down, because even though there's a lot of hair here, you know, if I got a cord sticking out the back, that makes it pretty obvious that I got a wig on. So let's do this thing. Yeah, go forward. There. Get those combs into place, and before I put the combs in, find that cord and tuck it up. There we go. And now those combs, pull it down and back. Ooh, it's such a different look. And I find that the key to really blending two slightly different hair colors is to just sort of interweave them together so that there's not a clear, here's one and here's the other. You get them mixed in, and then that blurs the lines. The wig is a little long to really give me that proper sort of 1950s pinup look. But I really like this darker color. It's kind of fun to experiment with being a different shade of gray. Hey, just for shits and giggles, you want to see my exciting work environment? Let me show you. You're going to be mighty impressed. Take you off the tripod. And there's the chair that I sit in. And there's the tripod. And there's the ring light. And there's the phone thing coming undone. And look, this is, yikes. This is what I work in. It's a chair with a mirror sitting on it. And this is, as I seem to, yeah, there I am in my bathrobe. Isn't that attractive? So yeah, this is where I'm reaching for everything. So when I am looking at you, what I'm looking at is actually that. So that is my exciting work environment. Enjoying being a steel gray for the day. I do love my usual platinum silver color, but it's fun to be a steel gray once in a while. And I'm doing that with the aid of a hairpiece and Rue Fanciful. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my videos if you haven't already. I love you bunches, and I will talk to you very soon. And please, try to be kind to each other. Try not to be harshly critical, because really, none of us are perfect. And we should accept our own imperfections and accept and love the imperfections in those of us around us. Those imperfections are what make us unique and individual, and I think they should always be celebrated.